I don't mean to alarm you, but the future called. I did answer the phone. They had a lot to say. The future's bright. The future of vlogging is upon us, my friend.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
We got an interesting thing to test here today. Hey, what's up? Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Let's get on to the review before I die. We have an interesting contraption here. A company sent me this action cam gimbal, and usually I would think GoPro stabilization, good enough. Like, it's class leading. Why would you have a gimbal for it? You're tilting down. Am I still in the shot? So like, why would you ever want a gimbal for an action camera? I thought of some reasons. This, mainly. This is the only reason. You turn off stabilization, then you get a super wide angle because Stabe crops in. So here we are on that. Have we learned anything? I feel like we're tilted down too much. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a dog. Is everything in the shot? Is this the coolest thing? If your vlogs don't have your feet, you're a nerd. Why even share your message? So we got the GoPro 8 on a Hohem iSteady 3 Pro. iSteady Pro 3. Is it stable? It feels a little jerky. Oh, like those jerks, are you feeling those? Because this is the ultimate thing. I have the idle cam running for the lav mic. I'm ruling a third so hard right now. Are you even believing that? Am I still in the shot? I'll do a little comparison with the GoPro just on this selfie stick to compare the GoPro Stabe versus the gimbal, but I don't know that it's worth it. Just the extra like couple millimeters of wideness for the Stabe, and it's probably not very stable. Here's just handheld. This is probably how it's designed to be, but I had to make it freaky. I had to make it freaky. Is it still the widest thing you've ever seen? What if we tilt? Is it in the shot? Is that piece in the shot? Now y'all know I'm not a big fan of gimbals, but this one, you don't have to balance it. You just attach it on there, you're done. It's balanced. So that's the biggest downside of a gimbal, the balancing. And then dare you zoom in, you gotta rebalance, add the mic. It's all this clunky stuff. This is nice and compact. It's somewhat doable. This thing will fit the GoPro 8, the Sony RXO, the DJI Osmo Action, like a bunch of stuff. But I will say this, they messaged me like a year ago asking me to try this. They had one for the Hero 7, and then GoPro made the 8 a little bit bigger. And they're like, oh, it doesn't work anymore. So your design, like, it fits snug right in there, and then it clamps on. I think you should have changed the design to be adjustable so you can fit other things like the media mod. That'll never go in there. If it was adjustable, you open up a little and then attach. You're good to go. I couldn't even put my wind mic foam piece on it. It wouldn't fit. So there's some downsides. Was he looking at it? I was just in contemplation. I'm walking like, what should I talk about now? Things just sneak up on you. But how's it performing so far? That guy is the fastest wheelchair I've ever seen. Holy crap. That thing is not legal. There's no way that's legal. But have fun. Have your fun. Oh, the glory. Imagine that was your vlog. You're just walking. This could be like a video game. Oh no, do I have a power bar above my head? Oh my God. All right, let's test it versus the Goho. Oh God. The Goho Stabe. Let's do it. Okay, we're still on the gimbal, but we turned Hypersmooth on. Is it noticeably better? It could be. There's a group of gentlemen. They're meeting. No, I'm not ruling a thirds. Oh no. So now what I want to compare is, what if we take the gimbal off and then just have the Hypersmooth? We get rid of a lot of weight. Is it unnecessary weight, or is it amazing? Is it like twice as smooth? Because GoPro already, but they do have, with their digital, it's weird how like we move around in the frame, it just stabilizes the background. It's weird, it ain't right. So this would solve that technically, if that really bothers you. Let's see if it's worth it. All right, we're on just the GoPro now, gimbal's in the hand. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a lot easier. That's a lot lighter. What is that? It's a butterfly of hope. But do we have weird stabilization now? Especially when you like bounce, weird shit starts to happen with that GoPro stay, but the background remains clear. I don't mind that. That's actually fun. If I had the media mod, just plug a lav mic right in there, I could do this. So I'm gonna go home and analyze the footage. I'll let you know what I think, and then tell you a couple more things about the gimbal itself, how much it weighs exactly, battery life. Wow. I'm not seeing a lot of benefits from the thing so far. User error on that long ass selfie stick. Probably not how it's meant to be. But we're gonna test it one last time. I got it in the bag. Is it really, the only reason I see to get this, I'm just being honest with you guys, is to take the stabilization off here so we get a slightly wider view. Let's see if it's even much wider. So here's a comfortable, no, let's do it as far as possible. Here's the superview. GoPro, no gimbal, stabilization on. We're gonna turn the stab off, put it on the gimbal. Is it as smooth, and is it more glory wide? Okay, gimbal on. This is how it was meant to be. It's in my hand, it's pretty stable. We don't have it flopping around on a long ass stick with physics working against us at every turn. Is it wider and funner? Because I thought, maybe. But man, does it add a lot of weight to your rig. It's not like heavy. Is this good content? Oh, that looks wobbly. That can't be good for business. Rolling a third. Oh, am I? It could be. It's kind of cool that we can use the full sensor now. This is the full GoPro image. So maybe it's better quality somehow, but I gotta say, like, even my wind muff is gone now. If it's windy, like, I don't see the purpose. What are you gonna use this for? I feel a rant coming on hard. Be nice. They sent you the gimbal for free. It's a good product. Very useful. I would have bought it. I love it. Is it at least stable now? And I always feel like I should hold it down here because it's so wide. I end up seeing the footage. I'm holding it eye level, but then there's like 15 feet above me. So what if we did that? That's easy. Let's go home. It does have different features. Oh, look at that. You couldn't do that without a gimbal. Imagine that. What's the next mode? Oh, you can lower it and it keeps the horizon. Oh my God. Fully underneath. Are you believing that? Can you even hear me? Oh God, you probably can't even hear me. It seems like a well-built thing for what it is. You double tap the trigger to reset. You can control it. You can do this. You needed to. And then if you're out, oh no, what do I do? Double tap, you're back. Kind of. And there's another wheel to do that stuff and that stuff. Double tap. I mean, it's fantastic. And it has little tripod feet. But I don't know, GoPro is already pretty stable on its own. It's actually worse stabilization than the GoPro itself, but still, that's worth it. Definitely. Okay, first I want to just see what the crop actually is. So let's change it. Right now, stabilization is on. We're gonna turn it off. How much wider do we get? Because holding it, you never know. I can't tell. It didn't look like there was any crop change. So, there, now the crop is off. There's no fisheye correction right now, so it's pure fish everywhere. Is it much wider? Because that was the only benefit. Where is it? Why aren't you better than you are? It's fun having it that wide. It's just, it's shaky on its own. Or is it doable? It's probably more stable than the gimbal. So I have some life advice for Hohem. This is not very good. It's unfortunate. It's not very stable. Like, that's a big problem. It's a gimbal. You're going through the hassles of having a gimbal, and then it's like worse than just the GoPro. The GoPro itself weighs 127 grams. This, 397 grams. So with this together, 524 grams. With just this little tripod that extends out a bit, curves towards you, gives you some reach, 184 grams. So like you're almost tripling the weight. Not quite. Almost. For no benefit, like a decrease in performance. So this is not good. Can you tuck it behind the ear? I think it's better just to leave it there. Point it. The fact that you can't use the media mod or even this foam piece, so you get worse audio, worse stabilization, and you carry a heavy thing that costs money. Still, I highly recommend. It's waterproof, so that's cool. You maintain your waterproof ability. There could be some, I'm not seeing it. Is there any other notes that I had? It has 12-hour battery life. So you get 12 hours of suffering. So my suggestions to Hohem on the Mark IV, make this adjustable. These are the screws. Let's take a look at it. So the GoPro slides in this way. The record button does rub against this piece until you make it over that hump. And then these are the screws that you have to tighten. They're long ass screws. It's not a huge deal though. Once you get it in, it's pretty cool. But everything is blocked. So when you're done with your footage, you kind of have to unscrew it, get it out. That's not great. It would be much better if this was a quick release, like a little snap. This thing folds up, snaps on, done. Not these screws. This whole plate needs to be designed to be adjustable or just a completely new design so I can put that media mod on it. That's the only way this would be viable. Right now this has a payload of 150 grams, so it barely holds the GoPro. The media mod I think is another 30 something, 63.5 grams. So I think with the GoPro it's 248. Couldn't even do that. So you have to double the capacity and it has to be much smoother. This was not very smooth. And even then I just don't see the point. GoPro has amazing stabilization. You don't need the gimbal for it. So I'm sorry, I tried it. I thought maybe it had at least one purpose for the extra wide view, but we saw that didn't really pan out. So sorry Hohem, but thank you for sending it. If anybody wants this and they live in Toronto, it's yours. You have to, I don't want to pay for shipping and then you have to pay for customs and this whole thing, we end up spending more together than the gimbal costs. So if somebody in Toronto wants this, they have a GoPro 4 or something, and they want to stabilize it, it's yours. So let me know down below and then we'll figure that out. Other than that, we're done. Thank you for watching. Thanks for buying a Camper Conspiracies t-shirt. What'd you think of the gimbal? Don't even let me know. I saw it. It wasn't great, but they're trying. They're trying. Little plastic feet. They're so cute. They feel cheap. Every single part is plastic. Those will not last. Sorry for stabbing you on the way out and pouring salt in the wounds. Hohem. I love you. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you in the next one.